This film has been commissioned by Consumer Focus Wales to highlight the findings on financial exclusion for care leavers in Wales.
I've been in and out of care since the age of 4. When I was 16, I joined the leaving care team and decided I was ready to move on with my life. That's what's happened, and now I'm a care leaver.
I've been in care now for coming up to 2 years, and at 16 I was put into the leaving care team. I've been in the same placement for 10 months and I've just been recently appointed a personal advisor.
What makes me a care leaver is when I was 16 I left care and joined up the leaving care team.
I'm a care leaver and I've just moved from West Wales to Cardiff and I've got my own flat in Ely.
There are many situations and stories behind becoming a care leaver. This film will shed light on our experiences of money issues. Every care leaver has a story to tell.
Pleading with landlords.
Taking out crisis loans.
Can't budget money.
Becoming homeless.
Borrowing money or missing out.
Falling behind with bills.
Not having family to turn to.
Lack of money for food and clothes.
Dropping out of college.
If you have felt like you didn't have enough money to live on, how did you cope?
Not live on, but like getting places, like buses, £3 there, £3 there, so it's not good when you're having the low income.
But that's one of the things I do worry about. Like I've seen like the figures that care leavers get when they move into their own flat. It's shocking.
And that's a bit of a source of worry for you
Yeah.
then? Yeah.
Because you can't buy the things you want either, so yeah. You can't buy the food you want, you can't go out and go town, like get smart stuff for an interview.
Yeah.
So you do feel quite low.
Well, the worst thing for young people in care that I know of is that most young people live for like Christmases and that. If they haven't got money to buy presents or get things, then they'll sell their own personal belongings to cash generator. So like if they had a PS2 they had off their mum, they'd sell it to cash generator, hope to get it back the next month, and if they didn't get it past the deadline, it's gone then. So it's gone then, the things that they had and they had to sell and plan to get it back and they couldn't.
So how do you all rate your financial management skills, so such as saving your money and budgeting your money?
It's good, but I could do better though. Like some days, like you get fed up and you just spend it on silly stuff. That's got to stop. So yeah, you need to do like more practicing really. Like plan how you're going to spend your money.
I usually do a list on the day before I get my money.
It's very organised.
They need more preparation when they're still in care before they leave it. Be told, to be wise about the money and how to handle it.
I think I'm learning more how to budget. Like my personal advisor's helping me learn. Like I said, making a list of everything, like all the things that I spend my money on, so that when I do live independently, I'll know how to manage my money. They're trying to introduce like this new thing of how teaching care leavers how to like budget, so that when they do live independently, they'll know how to like use their money basically. Like if you learn it not from necessarily a young age, but like before you're living independently, then it stays with you, then you won't struggle.
They need to start teaching it in schools, like they cover basics about it, but not enough, because personally I think you need to know more about it when you're younger, rather than having it just put in front of you at the time.
They should have a separate subject which is life skills, which is just isn't budgeting, it's anything you need to know, because all of the stuff you're getting learned at home is not necessarily the right stuff. So at least in school then you can get taught the right way of going about things, the right way of budgeting, and the right way you should be living your life when you reach the age of 16 and above.
If you wanted advice about managing your money or saving, where would you go or who would you turn to?
I'd prefer one-on-one, like rather than like a leaflet or like using the internet or something, because then you can like get direct answers, and if you have a question.
Yeah, there was one thing with my bank account. To open a bank account, I had to be living where I was for at least a year. And with some children in foster care, that can be a problem because I moved around a lot.
Yeah.
and not having the right documents sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
Not the right ID.
birth certificate,
Yeah.
passport that maybe the parents have got and the foster carers ain't.
Yeah.
So that could be difficult.
Would any of you ever consider internet banking?
I've tried to, but I don't know. I've no clue how to like set it up or anything like that.
Same. I don't think it's safe though. Like anybody just can hack into your account, so I wouldn't trust it online. So
I think that there should be like a subject, or not a subject, a lesson in school where someone from the bank comes in and discusses these things with the young people and just gives them some information about student accounts and stuff like that. Because I don't think there's enough information for young people with banks these days. There's plenty for like, obviously, adults and that, but I don't think there's enough for young people.
Would you ever consider taking out a loan?
I think I'm looking to take out a loan to get a car at the moment but I just don't know about paying it back a month. It's just still a few more aisles that need to be looked at. Because you need to be 100% sure before you do it.
Yeah.
And then you can definitely pay it back and, leaving yourself getting into even more debt. So I think with loans you have to take a bit of time and maybe liaise with someone you trust just to make sure that you're doing the right thing.
What about debt? Does anyone ever worry about getting into debt?
Yeah, credit cards is like one of the things that scares me because it's so easy just to like fall into debt with them and like falling behind on payments, etc.
But I was talking about getting a loan for the car, and just credit union I said was probably one of the good places. But you don't have to pay too much interest as well. So I'd say credit union's a good place. I'd say normal families, as in mums, dads and children, then they just usually just give their children money to go out with people in care. They give them pocket money a week. So if they have money spent, that's it. It's not like the mother's going to say, oh yeah, here's an extra tenner, because the carers won't do that. And that's the difference between a real life situation and being in care. Well, it makes them feel socially excluded and
isolated, really.
Yeah, I guess
Not
cause
feeling-
like depression and things.
they don't
I
feel
get
like they're
annoyed.
part.
Because when my friends phone me up asking me to go to cinema and stuff, I can't go, so
You haven't got enough money. Yeah.
no, it's not fair.
Do you think it has a knock-on effect on any other areas, not being able to have enough money?
Confidence,
Confidence?
belief, self-belief.
You feel the difference then, don't you?
Feel like the odd one out.
Yeah. I don't think personally for myself there is an issue with money, but I know that in the care system there are issues with young people not having enough money to do the things that they want to do, i.e. Playing football or like going to do some sport activities or going to visit family or going to visit friends, and I know there's not always enough money to facilitate that, so I think there should be more money put in.
Like I'm panicking now, so like January I'm moving into my place, hopefully. I'm really terrified because water bills, electric, TV, everything. I'm hopefully get a job by January, but if I don't get a job I'll be living off JSA, so I don't know what's going to happen then. It's going to be... Well.
There are many financial issues that care leavers have to face. The main recommendations of the report are prevention. The Welsh Assembly Government should standardise the value of leaving care grants and other financial assistance to ensure young people are treated fairly and equally. Local authorities should fulfil their statutory duties and provide each young person in care with a pathway plan by their 16th birthday. Products. Bank, building societies and other financial providers should ensure that young people setting up an account for the first time receive clear information about all aspects of using a bank account. All agencies working with young people should ensure that when young people leave care, they have access to and knowledge of appropriate financial products and advice services. Corporate parent. In their role as corporate parent, local authorities should ensure support services for young people in their care are better coordinated. They should undertake a financial review for all care leavers at regular intervals, at ages 18 and 21 for example, to identify any financial difficulties and appropriate support.